Hence Intel, decoding the leadership taboo. At this point, leadership has become a buzzword. We talk about it like it's charisma, confidence, or just something you either have or you don't. But leadership isn't a quality. It's a complex and multifaceted skill. And when that skill is treated like the watered-down version of it, that simplifies and removes all that truly matters, it becomes a business nightmare. Still, we keep pointing fingers in every direction except the real cause, the leadership itself. And it's hard. Leader's job is a bottomless pit of despair and never-ending unpredictable work. While trying to look like you have everything together and seem to be the smartest person in the room, the last thing we want to do is to admit the problems in business are 99% our fault. And honestly, it's not even the leader's fault. It's basically everyone's illusion at this point. The good news? That means two things. One, it can be fixed, it can be taught. And two, if you learn to lead from the roots, you will be better than most of the leaders out there. And the business will follow. Your next mission? Leadership. Fix the chaos and unlock the genius. Starting now. When I was researching the topic of leadership industry for my articles, I learned a mind-blowing yet terrifying fact. Every year, poor management costs businesses an estimated $438 billion. To put it into context, just to see how big this number is, if you spend $1 million every single day, it would take you over 1,200 years to spend it all. So, if we go back from today, that's roughly the time when Charlemagne was crowned the King of France, the Viking Age was in full swing with raids of Britain, the Tang Dynasty was ruling in China, or the period of unified Silla in Korea. So, in short, that's a really long time. That's a big amount of money. And to compare it to something similar, the global leadership development market is valued at $366 billion. So, the poor management is more costly than the leadership development industry itself. So it's kind of a screwed up thing. And as I was diving deeper into the topic to kind of understand where this clownery comes from, it became quite clear that it's just crap from the very beginning. The training is often the afterthought, with just 20% of managers in the UK receiving training before receiving the position, and globally it's not that much better. So if there is no training, how can there be good leadership, right? And then the idea of who the leader is in itself often an issue. The distinction between leadership and management, the approach to leadership, kind of treating it as the simple personality trait rather than the complex system of combining people, projects, strategies, and so much more into one person. No wonder we have this disaster. And when I say disaster, I am not being dramatic, although I do like to be like that sometimes. But looking at the leadership pipeline, or lack of it, it's the problem that even Fortune 500 companies are dealing with. According to the 2025 HR Insights report, only 1 in 5 of chief human resource officers have leaders ready to fill critical leadership roles within their company. So where's the rest? And what is even more incredible is that it is still an issue. The topics of quote-unquote soft skills, the leadership pipeline, the leadership training, and so forth have been around for, at least 20, 30 years, if not more. Yet here we are. Instead of making the issues smaller, we just keep blowing them out of proportion. But this is exactly why I'm here, to help you fix this mess, at least on the personal team level. And with this podcast, we will dive into the taboo topics of leadership. So these are the open secrets, the ignored obvious, the hush-hush topics, which only make life harder for everyone. I mean, they are probably uncomfortable, that's why they are taboo. But that doesn't mean we can ignore them. And what's even worse, these taboo points are often leading to big, costly mistakes, which can be resolved once we talk about the taboo. So by talking about them, we will not only figure out how to fix them, but we will be diving and investigating where they come from. So it's not only the result that we're fixing, but so we can get to the cause and not have to repeat it again. So let's build the leaders of tomorrow, fixing one mistake at a time. And today I want to focus on the myth of leadership that is, in my opinion, one of the, let's call it, founding reasons for this whole mess. The charismatic leader. When you imagine a leader, who comes to mind? Probably someone inspirational, loud, the hero who saves the day with last-minute brilliance, right? Someone who commands a room, speaks with confidence, radiates energy. They look like a leader and they sound like one too. But here's the problem. Too often, people are promoted into leadership based on the impression they create alone. And it may sound controversial, but I also take issue with people being promoted just because they are great at their job. But why? Why is that an issue? Because neither charisma nor competence in a single role automatically makes someone a great leader. These are great to have, but they are not enough to make someone a great leader. So if that's not it, then who is a leader? Well, I like to say that a leader is making the impossible happen without making it seem like it's hard. Basically enabling the employees or their team to do the job they need to reach that impossible thing. They manage resources, they resolve conflicts, they mediate between teams and executives, motivate others, create growth opportunities, ensure strategy is executed, and protect the company's values and culture. That is quite a lot, right? So in other words, the leader is the person responsible for making sure the business not only runs right now, but grows successfully into the future by bridging the vision and strategies with day-to-day tasks. If you haven't figured it out by now, it's a really, really, really tough job. And most people can't do it well because they are buried in tasks which technically they shouldn't even be doing, firefighting every day, and never having the time to even see the bigger picture, not to mention put it together or to go there, right? And when we teach or forget to teach our leaders, we never focus on the most important things because they are daunting to explain or quantify. The qualities like adaptability, empathy, team trust, and so on. So in the end, most leaders simply don't have the awareness or capacity to balance all of the layers at once. And the charismatic leader is like Icarus. And all of you know this Greek myth, right? We had Daedalus, the brilliant inventor, who was imprisoned by King Minos along with his son Icarus. And desperate to escape, Daedalus crafted wings from feathers and beeswax. But before they took off, he warned his son, fly the middle way, too low, and the sea's damp will weight you down, but too high, and the sun will melt your wings. Of course, Icarus didn't listen, and the thrill of flight took over, so he soared higher and higher and higher, drunk on confidence and freedom, and it was all good until the wax melted. So, how does this connect to leadership? Well, just like Icarus, the charismatic leader flies high on confidence. They look unstoppable. They often feel unstoppable. But charisma without grounding, without the skill system awareness, is just wax and feathers. And what's worse, it's not just Icarus who's blind. The whole crowd cheers on him. I mean, HR hires charisma, boards promote it, teams excuse it, everyone is dazzled, we all love charismatic person, until gravity does its job and we see that it's not enough. And I want to make a point here that charisma is not the enemy. It's just incomplete. It's a nice addition, but not the foundation. Because leadership isn't about lighting up the room. It's about keeping the lights on for everyone. A few weeks ago, I watched this great TED Talk titled "Why Do We Celebrate Incompetent Leaders?" by Martin Gutman. And the speaker explained it so well, how we applaud the loud and flashy leadership because it looks like they are doing the job, even if it's just them correcting mistakes and shortcomings. But we ignore the quiet and successful leadership because we can see what they are doing, because they are so good at their job that there are no mistakes to fix at the last minute. And to me, this is a great example of what I call the charismatic leader myth. So, now, if charisma alone doesn't make a great leader, what about the excellent employee? Surely they would be safer bet, right? This is what we promote in most of the places. Yeah, not really. Why? Simple, yet overlooked. The skills that make someone an outstanding performer often have nothing to do with leading others. The job that you are excellent at often has very little in common with the tasks of being a great leader. And very few people understand that the leadership position is not the straight promotion line. It's a completely different role. I once worked with one of the top specialists in a large organization. He was incredibly skilled, respected by everyone for his expertise and knowledge. And at one point we had this conversation and we steered into the talk about the promotion to the leadership role. And he said something brilliant that I have not heard many people say. He said, along the lines of, I thought about it, but I don't think I would like the job. I like what I do now. And I don't think I would like it if I was the leader. And that was such a simple message, right? But he understood something most people miss. That the job of the leader is a different job. It's not a promotion, it's not a reward, it's a different function altogether. You need new skills, new pressure, you have new blind spots. And yet so many companies promote the wrong people for the wrong reasons, right? We have the charismatic person because they are liked by everyone. We promote the high performance because they are so good at their job. But these are both illusions, unless they also understand how to build system, develop people, and sustain results. It's just an illusion, right? And I will talk another time about how hiring and onboarding play into this mess a bit, but for now I will focus on what I can fix. After all, helping leaders move beyond the surface, correcting the real mistakes, that's something I can do. I cannot change the whole industry by myself. Yeah. But I need to give a disclaimer here, or a warning, maybe. It won't be easy. Becoming a great leader will not be easy. And the bigger your ego, the worse it will be. And it's not because I want to make it awful for you or because I enjoy making other people feel bad, quite the opposite. But I am not here to promise easy or simple. I told myself I'm here to make you the best. And if that's something you want to be, you need to be able to overcome the limits, and that includes the ego. I actually spent a really long time debating whether I should even do it. After all, helping you master the strategies or project management skills, this is so much easier. While dealing with people management and leader skills is such a messy and touchy topic. It consists of emotions, of ego, of years of miscommunications, misunderstanding, myths. So why am I doing it? I ask myself that quite a lot of times, and maybe I am crazy a bit. But the other possibility is that I see this ocean of crap out there, and I believe I have something to say here. I can share the experience, opinion, advice that can make your life better. And I can help you take this nightmare of never-ending firefighting and task lists to what true leadership is about. It's about joy and pride, fulfillment, vision, adventure. I want to show you that it can be better. It should be better, right? Perfect? Never. I won't promise you perfect. But it can be great once you fix the chaos around you. And before I stop talking for today, there's one more thing I want to leave you with. There is no perfect recipe for leadership. Sometimes you need to be firm, other times laid back. In one company, structure is the only thing keeping it alive. In another, it's the very thing killing it. Some teams thrive in flat hierarchies. In others, the idea is unthinkable. Some of your best people will be just like you, and others your total opposite. And it's up to the leader to read the room, understand the context, and adapt. And that's why all the frameworks, lessons, and training in the world mean nothing if you can't translate them to the environment you're in. And that's exactly why soft skills matter more than hard ones. You can learn a new tool in a day or pick up a process in a week. But learning to read people, to read the room, to stay resilient, empathetic, quick in crisis, adaptable, culturally aware, that can take years or never happen at all for some. And I leave you with that often ignored truth. Until next time.